Okay, you've probably seen these before. This is me explaining how we look after the chickens over half term. Much of it is the same if you've done it before, just a couple of bits to watch out for. So again, if we look inside the chicken shed, I love these paintings. We've got the container with the food. You should see the marks on it, you can just flip it open. There should be enough food here for the week, but if for any reason it gets used up, the red container on the right also contains food, and I'll top that up during the week anyway. On the shelf, you can see we've got some grits. If the grit runs out, you're welcome to add that. There is also some cleaning stuff, an extra sawdust, some extra hay, but considering the present temperature, we're unlikely to need any of that. This is the water key. I'll show that in a second. I'm going to put that inside this container here so that while you're looking after them, you can easily top up the water. We go from the chicken shed around past Elsie Jacobs. You can see the little small year one garden area here. This is probably the easiest place to fill the water up. The hose is connected. And just under here, if you put the key in and turn it, you should see the water start to come out. Okay. If we now walk up onto Chicken Mountain, at the moment the chickens are out, so they're into the wider enclosure area. You're welcome to leave them out while you're at school, or for as long as you want when you're here. They'll appreciate the outdoor time. But for their own safety, can we make sure they're put into the main enclosure bit at the end of the day. We've got a couple of smaller ones, so you can see just in front of them you've got Cloudy there and the other two chasing around past. Most of them are very friendly. Just lift the gate to open and we go inside. Twinkle here, if he wants to play, is very gentle. But if you start running around, he will chase you. So with little kids, just make sure he's aware of that. He's actually quite easy to hold, and generally quite friendly. You can see Raven and Ziggy. Raven's on the right, Ziggy's on the left. Ziggy's, to be honest, come on, I'll show you, is the only one you need to be a little bit careful of at the moment. If you walk straight in and grab him, he'll understand, won't you? Show who's the boss. But if you give him any opportunity, he will try to show you that he's the boss and chase you around. So particularly if you've got smaller children in, I would just take him into the enclosure and shut him in while they're in. There's a food bowl here, which will almost certainly be empty, partly because they'll have eaten it and partly because this little rascal here, Cloudy, likes to throw it all over the ground. So if you can fill that one up. The grit I've really filled, so they probably won't eat all of that, but it's very cheap, so if you want to use it, you're welcome to. The key thing obviously is to make sure the water containers are emptied and refilled, partly so that the water's cool and full, and also as clean as possible. There's two water containers, one here and a second one which will also be on the same stand, and I'm leaving them on top of the pallet here because by leaving them on top of the pallet they don't get full of dirt. I'll close that for a second. At the other end, we go right down to the other end, we've got the other two food containers, and again I've been putting these on the pallet. You can see they're throwing a lot of food out here, so that's quite a bit, but this one needs refilling, it's quite light. This one I think is probably okay, but there's quite a lot on the ground. Might need a bit of cleaning up, I might do that in a second. If we look inside the chicken house, there's like a small lock on the bottom, you can just turn that around. Okay, these three, so we've got Darkness, Sky and Henrietta are all desperate to hatch some eggs at the moment. So if you can just let them sit on the eggs. You might need to be careful. There's a good chance these guys might actually hatch over the next week. If they do, it's fine. Just leave the baby to run around and it should be absolutely fine. If it does hatch, if you let me know and I'll drop off some baby food for it. It means that any eggs that are under them could potentially be fertile and mid kind of development. I wouldn't take any of those, but the other chickens are generally, as you can see over there, dropping any spare eggs there, and you're welcome to take any of those ones you want. Okay, and other than that, it should be good fun. I mean, Ziggy's the only one that's slightly problematic, and as long as he's enclosed, and as long as you don't show them any fear and run around, you should have a really good time. And thank you for looking after them.